Alright guys, we're back out here again. I think this is what, day 9 I think. The weather's kind of ominous this morning. It's threatening to rain in the background here. I've wasted several hours this morning, but I don't guess you'd call it wasted. I've cleaned up around the place a lot. Around the building site, pieces of wood and everything, separated out what I can keep, what I don't need. I've got 2 more rafters to cut right yonder. I've got them ready to go. And I guess I'm just going to pull the compressor and the guns and all out and just go for it. And if it starts raining, I just have to put it up. You know, I mean, that's just the name of the game. Wanda's not going to be able to be out here with me. She's got stuff in the house that's got to be done today. So she's got cooking and different things that needs to be done that we've been getting behind on. So I'm going to get what I can get done. You may just see the end result of anything I get done today. I don't know if we'll actually get any video of actual work, but hopefully on and off we'll be able to do a little something. But if not, and the rain rains us out, it is what it is. We'll pick it up another day.
So while Danny is outside, I'm inside playing catch up. Today I'm going to be doing a lot with sweet potatoes, and the oven's on. And I'm going to be making some biscuits and different things like that. I'm not showing you all those processes, but one thing I'm doing, so normally long sweet potatoes like this I would just cut up into fries and stuff like that. But I'm going to bake this sweet potato, and if we've got more, I'm going to bake about 10 or 12. But this one I will cut up in slices about this big, this way. And when we want fries over the next couple of days, I make them in round circles. I take the peeling off after they're baked and I put them in my air fryer. I drizzle them in oil, put a little salt, and they're awesome fries in the air fryer. It's like twice baked sweet potatoes, you know. What I do is I take a piece of tin foil and I wrap this. I've always wrapped my baked potatoes, sweet potatoes, and everything like this. Now, when they bake, they're in foil. I can just store them in the fridge. That's good. It holds the moisture in, it makes them soft, and so when I take them out, if we want them baked again, I just slide this into the oven and bake it. If not, I slice it up into fries, like I said, peel it and stick it in there. I don't do fries, I do round circles. I don't know, we just like them better that way. So I'm going to be wrapping and baking about 10 sweet potatoes. Then I'm going to be peeling 10 or 12 more and boiling them. And I'm going to store all those boiled potatoes in the fridge until I need to make a sweet potato dessert. And so I'll have enough to make at least 2 sweet potato desserts over the next week. So I'm doing all my cooking right now. And I'll make Danny's biscuits, which are almond biscuits. And I'll make a dozen. He'll have biscuits all week long. Okay, so it's break time. I've got a cheese Danish that I bought it on sale. It's half price at Piggly Wiggly while I was in there getting Danny some walnuts so that he'll have something to crack with his new, I guess you call them nutcracker that Gemini Homestead sent. I've got my pumpkin spice tocino. I'm making Danny's almond biscuits, and if you want to know how to make some of the stuff that I make around here, I've got my cookbook, From Garden to Pantry to Table in the Deep South Kitchen. They're on our Etsy store at deepsouthhomestead.etsy.com. Y'all, it's trying to rain and Danny's in here too. Let's see what he's got for snacks today. So what are you eating, Papa?
Pecan cookies. I think that to me it's one of the best snacks in the world.
It's also in my cookbook, isn't it?
It's in your cookbook, yeah. It's a really good deal. The best thing I've ever eaten in my life, I think, other than a 4-layer delight.
And that's in the cookbook too.
And that's in the cookbook too.
Hey, what are you trying to look at?
Well, I was going to look up a few things here on the internet, but as you know, we have satellite and there's rain clouds coming in. Of course, it's not working. So I'm basically going to sit here, I suppose, and do nothing.
Concentrate on porch time.
Well, I could be concentrating on porch time or looking up some literature for it or something like that, but
then again, you can't look nothing up.
I can't look up anything because I don't have anything online. I can't go film it because it'll be storming. So I'm kind of in a little bit of a dilemma till the weather passes. They said it'll be here till about 10:30, 11 o'clock, so I got another couple of hours.
And one thing that Papa hates is not being able to do anything.
Well, when I just sit, evidently what happened to my father is happening to me. When I just sit and do nothing, that's when my heart messes up. So as long as I'm active, my heart seems to be okay. But when I start slowing down and try to relax and sit still, then I start having heart issues. So I would rather be busy than not be busy.
So we got to find him something to do on a rainy day.
Yeah, and I'll probably figure out something here before long. I mean, I'll come up with something.
So I have Danny's almond biscuits with blueberries in them. I did some this way for breakfast and some in the muffin pan. And I've learned with the almond like this not to take it out immediately, because with the blueberries in it, it wants to stick to the bottom. This is what happens. But he wants one to eat. And you don't throw them away if they come out and they don't look like perfect biscuits. Sometimes mine do, sometimes they don't. You get a blueberry that sinks to the bottom and it sticks and a plug will come out of it. Don't throw that away. I put everything in a Tupperware container, and Danny loves these in his oatmeal. So save all the crumbs, anything that doesn't come out of these pans, use it. I decided to use this pan. This is the donut pan from Pampered Chef, and this pan back here is the muffin pan from Pampered Chef. Also, this rack under here, and it will let up. It's awesome. It'll stand up high. I just usually leave it down for this, but it'll stand up. That is from Pampered Chef also. These little racks came out of like toaster ovens. I just save all these things for this type of stuff. Now, what I did with the donut pan, isn't that awesome? It covered over on the top, but I have a perfect little hole here to fill with stuff and decorate if I want to. But spongy. Hey, they're really nice. I'm going to tell you in a minute what I did with them. And look at these. I had 6 places in my muffin pan. So I made muffins out of the donut stuff, but I added something special. I also have our potatoes boiling. These are red sweet potatoes or orange sweet potatoes, whichever way you want to call it, and the white sweet potatoes. I mix them up to make Danny's desserts that he likes, and I'll get these boiled and put them in the refrigerator, and when I need to make a sweet potato dessert, they're ready to just mix up and put in the oven. The reason behind these donuts, most donuts are fried, and I don't like to fry anything. I usually don't fry very much of anything. I watch these quick videos where they cook in 2 minutes, 3 minutes or less, and they were using yogurt and flour. That was it, yogurt and flour. Mixed it together, made donuts. Now we're going to try one, this one, and y'all, it's spongy. I'm talking airy, spongy. I mean, how good can that be? It's like an awesome something. If it tastes that good, hey, we got a winner. Oh my goodness. Cane syrup, here we come. And you have to know I cheated. I put about, to all this, between 1/4 to a little more than 1/4 of sugar over in the mix, because I didn't want too much sugar in it. These are soft. Y'all, I'm talking spongy. I don't know if you can see it, but spongy. Airy. The yogurt does it, guys. Okay, now for this one. What did I do different? I mixed the yogurt, the touch of sugar, and the flour. And in my muffin pan, I put a dab of the mix in the bottom, and I took my spoon and stirred it around. And I poured scuppernong syrup on top of it. And then I put another dab of the mix on top. So the scuppernong syrup, of course, is going to go to the bottom. But, again, spongy. I mean, to me, that's just awesome. They already have sweet on it. I mean, well, that's good. So I could take these with their little hole and pour cane syrup in it. I could pour my scuppernong syrup or any other syrup that we have. You could fill it with cream cheese. You could use it, since it's not real sweet, you could use it for like, if you did cream cheese. I did one that had ham, onions, and cream cheese. You could fill this with that in the center and use it as a savory type meal. It would be awesome. Anything you wanted to fill in this would be great. So the Pampered Chef pans are really great. The Pampered Chef cooling rack, everything. I love my Pampered Chef. If you're interested, Danny's daughter Jennifer is a Pampered Chef consultant, and you just let me know. I'll put you in touch with her. Pampered Chef has changed my whole kitchen. I mean, it makes my life easy. These things clean up so well. This right here has become my #1 fan. And the one that's bigger than this is my #2 fan. I love it. I'm their fan. I'll say that. I cook everything in this. Danny's gotten tickled at me, but I cook everything in this. And I love it that it's got 2 handles. I can't pick something up. My wrists don't let me hold pans anymore. So 2 handles, Pampered Chef, 2 sizes. It's awesome. Last 2 rafters up, right, Papa?
That's it, the last 2. Alright guys, we got the gable end framed up here. Now we still got to frame the window. I decided to go ahead and put a small window in it just for light in the attic, so we don't have to have any lights on up there. If we have no electricity, we can still see a little bit. And today was supposed to be a rain out day. You know, we waited all morning long. The skies were black. They're still dark. It'll drizzle every now and then. You can put your dreams on hold, or you can just work through it. You know, I mean, that's what I decided to do today. I said, you know what? I just put a long sleeve shirt on even though it's hot. If it starts raining, I can always take the shirt off when I get soaking wet. So I just decided to keep going.
Many of you wanted to know what was going on with the herb garden, since this wall and this wall is going to be right there at it. I told you earlier we were going to be revamping the herb garden, putting a new fence and stuff up. Well, these two walls will become part of the back of the herb garden. In the meantime, I took up all the plants along here and transferred some of them to the greenhouse, some of them to the GreenStalk, and just cleaned that up because Danny's going to be putting scaffolding there to work on the roof all the way up and to put stuff on the sides and everything. I also had these stones all in here, but all the plants had them covered, so I've got all the stones uncovered. They got a little dirt washed over them, but they're still there. We're gonna revamp that and have the back walls coming down and something else done there. I left my oregano, rosemary, some ginger, some pineapple sage. We left this orange tree. It was actually a satsuma or tangelo or something like that. This was the root stock off of it, so we don't know what it will come back as. We're just leaving it, letting it grow. I left the shrimp plant and more rosemary and more pineapple sage in this area. And I'm going to be keeping my family rocks. I've got to add 3 more to it because we've had 3 girls born since this was done. So I've got to have those rocks cleaned up, revamped, and put in there. The fat pine lighter that I have, I'm leaving that in there. We're just going to create a better look in here. And the bird bath, clean it out and have it ready.